Nope.
Ah, close.
Yeah. So Charlie gets game one as we talked about. So Charlie's
Infernal Chill.
Infernal Chill. What can we surmise? What do you think?
Infernal Chill?
Thing in the ice? Thing in the ice.
It's gotta be, right?
Please. I know
Infernal Chill.
Charlie's a bit. Well, they're rolling 3 dice too. Charlie's a big fan of the blue-red in general, like color combination. He's an Izzet mage by heart. Thank you. And we're about to find out right now. Actually, we do have deck lists. Let's see. So Matt Woodle is definitely on Affinity, like we talked about.
Yes.
Infernal Chill. Let's see. Yep, it's 100% fourth thing in the ice right here. Yep. He's playing there's some interesting choices. He's got a 1 of negate.
In the main deck?
Infernal Chill is a Grixis deck. Whoops. We should have definitely seen that one coming.
So looking at this Infinity deck, there are some interesting choices here as well. 2 Mox Opal.
Really?
Yeah, and that could be a budget constraint, but
yeah, a budget choice. Fair enough.
in its place, it looks like there's 2 Ghostfire Blade and 2 Ensoul Artifact, and 2 Pithing Needle in the main deck.
Wow. 2 Pithing Needle?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you got to know your modern metagame if you're gonna play Pithing Needle.
Yeah.
So,
but he's also got the old combo of Immolating Soul Eater and Fling, both of these cards in his deck.
oh wow, look at this is actually a pretty reasonable start for Matt Woodle. He's gonna be able to suit up that Memnite and start beating in next turn. But let's see what Charlie's got. He's probably got some form of removal.
And the Welding Guard is going to stop the first removal spell if he cares enough.
Okay, so it doesn't look like Charlie does care.
He's throwing his pen though.
Yeah, he's getting a little aggro.
Yeah, he's letting him know that he's not afraid.
So casting the spell, no land in play, but we're going to get that fixed right now.
I assume it's going to be an island given the start. You know, he can realistically expect to take 1, maybe 3 next turn.
I was going to say, I don't think you can afford it. Wow, that's...
It could be his hand might be landlight, and he needs to fix. Let's say he has 2 fetch lands.
True.
It's going to be pretty tough to fetch basic island off the first one because if he's
depending
a 3-color
on what your
deck,
fetch lands are too. Yeah.
Yeah, if he's a 3-color deck, he's going to need to have access to all of his mana if he can help it.
That's true. Especially like if his second fetch land is something crazy like I don't know Bloodstained Wire. I don't think we have the list here, but it's not Bloodstained Wire.
No, his second land. It looked like he had.
No,
it looked like in his hand he has the red-black come into play untapped only if you have a swamp or mountain. I'm blanking on the name.
Dragon Skull Summit. Yeah. So that makes sense. This choice makes sense.
Yeah, the Water Gave. It all comes together. But going to 17, we'll see if Matt Woodle's going to go ahead and equip up here. He's got other plans for his mana. Do you think he'd do that for the turn?
I think so. I don't see... I mean, I can't see his hand, but at 2 cards now, I hazard to guess there's like a really strong play from this position besides suiting up.
This feels like a thought cast. That playing DJ with that island.
Maybe. I mean, that would be a good start. It would...
No, 2 drop.
Oh, that's actually excellent too. If Charlie has to spend his next turn deploying a removal spell.
2 removal spells.
Yeah.
The Welding Dart's going to stop the first, and I imagine he's just going to go ahead and...
Okay, so we got a thing in the ice to play blocking duty.
Interesting. So he's going to do this before trying to use removal spells, probably with the plan of going all in on this thing in the ice to reset the board at some point.
Definitely. We still do have a Blinkmoth Nexus in the back, though, so it's not going to be a full reset as it normally would be. But
well, it depends. If you can trigger with an instant after attacks.
That's true.
I don't think that Blinkmoth.
That's true. I mean, again, like we've never seen Thing of the Ice. I think in general, like I haven't seen it played yet.
I imagine this Ghostfire Blade gets equipped on the Memnite, and then that gives him no good blocks with the Overseer threatening to pump.
Oh, that's true. I was gonna say. Welding Jar is proven to be quite the insurance policy. Oh, okay. So he's just gonna go for the raw damage. It looks like.
I think this is less damage though, because
I do think it's less damage.
If you put it on the Memnite, I mean, he can throw the thing in the ice away to prevent it, but I think that's a thing you're fine with. I think the most dangerous thing in this board state is having all your creatures bounced.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of work, too. I think, actually, maybe you're right. Maybe last turn he should have just suited up, because if... Oh, he can't know that Charlie's on Thing in the Ice, so never mind.
Yeah, I just like... Right, I think equipping Memnite here is better. I
agree.
It'll get in an extra 2 damage? Yeah, extra 2 damage.
I think Charlie's trying to hit another land here?
It's hard to say. I don't know. I didn't see what his scries were.
Lightning Bolt, okay. Does he miss his trigger?
Let this go? He's going to let it go.
Yeah.
He's saving the Welding Jar for something else.
I don't know what, but we'll see.
Oh.
1 card in hand. It must be a good one.
Yeah. Maybe
Charlie,
it's a cranial plating
Charlie
or something.
missing his land drop, but he has Jace and another Lightning Bolt in hand, it looked like. Is that what you saw?
I saw another Lightning Bolt. Did not get a good look to see if there was a Jace.
Yeah, it was Jace. I'm pretty sure it was Jace from his Prodigy, which is a 1-of in Charlie's deck. I mean, just looking at this suite, I mean, he's got a Kolaghan's Command, which is obviously excellent in this. He's got some 1-ofs at Cryptic and Kalitas and Murderous Cut.
Ooh, Kalitas?
He's got an Inferno Titan in this. This is an Inferno Titan thing in the ice deck.
So it looks like Matt Woodle saved his welding jar potentially for this Master of Ethereum.
That also makes a little bit of sense, sure.
It does. This is going to be a lot of damage here. Looks like Ornithopter is 4 power, Vault Scourge is 3, so this is 7 in the air, putting Charlie down to 6.
It's a big swing.
Yeah, that thing in the ice has got to come off of...
it's got to come online like right now.
It's got to start thawing. I believe he's got a Bolt and another Serum Visions in hand, so he has the option of flipping it currently.
So we'll leave with the Serum Visions. And actually, this is a really fast clock, too, because he's going to bounce the board and then just start going to town, right?
He is. The thing about Affinity, though, is it's pretty easy to reset. He's going to have 3 lands in play. The Memnite, the Ornithopter cost nothing. The Vault Scourge can probably wait a turn. I imagine his next turn is just going to be Memnite, Ornithopter, Master of Ethereum.
Right.
And thankfully that Welding Jar sticks around. Maybe he kind of
so does
saw this.
Ghostfire Blade.
Yeah. To prevent this Master from dying. Oh, it looks like Charlie's going upstairs with his bolts and flipping.
That's interesting.
Getting aggro.
I probably would have just hit the Vault Scourge, just like one less creature, right?
Yeah, I could see that. Especially if, Matt ever finds a plating. It's hard to race a Vault Scourge with a plating on it.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, it may not, honestly, it may not end up
Is
mattering.
Vault Scourge a horror? I don't think it is, right?
Vault Scourge is not a horror.
I think it could be.
It very well could be. Hold on, let's double check. Bring it up. I don't think so.
This Ghostfire Blade and Welding Jar are going to prevent the Glimmer Void from being sacrificed. Here we go. 0-mana artifacts joining play again.
No, Vault Scourge is an imp.
It's an imp, of course.
It's an imp. Why wouldn't it be?
Of course.
Come on, Chris.
Yeah.
Get it together.
I can't imagine that that's a passive return.
No, it can't be. I think Master of Ethereum just represents the best, like the best use of his mana and turn.
That's where I would go. It's a 5/5 on this board, out of bolt range. And
that's the most important
thing.
thing.
The Welding Jar to
honestly.
protect it.
Yeah.
And there's no counterspell with no blue mana up on Charlie's side. Maybe he's thinking about getting an attack in for one and playing the Ghostfire Blade. That looks like what he is considering.
That may be. Wow.
There's the Vault Scourge.
The Vault Scourge goes to 9, and then what?
He drew Arcbound Ravager.
Okay. So there's actually a lot of layers to like how his hand developed.
Yeah, so it looks like he has lethal next turn with this play.
Yeah, definitely. So Charlie's thinking about it.
In the form of 2 flyers. So I think if he only has 1 card in hand, if he's able to draw a land...
I knew it was Murderous Cut. Alright, sure. So how is he gonna figure this out? Is he gonna? Is it worth sacrificing
Ravager, or is he gonna target something else, a flyer?
I don't know what he's targeting. He might be targeting. No, he's targeting the Ravager. So is he gonna miss his trigger? No, he just lets it happen. He doesn't go for anything crazy.
Targeting Ornithopter here.
I'm
interested he didn't go in a little deeper.
I don't know if I mean, he could have saved it. He has Welding Jar.
Oh, sure, he could have saved it, which might be. Yeah, that might have been correct, but I think the Welding Jar is good insurance against trying to win in the air.
Yeah, definitely. So does. Facing a Lightning Bolt deck, after having seen 2 now, do you block? Yeah, that seems like a reasonable block. Oh, he uses the Welding Jar here.
Block to save the Vault Scourge. Vault Scourge will gain him a life. It'll be tapped, though mostly irrelevant.
Mostly irrelevant, true. Like so, yeah. We've got a Snapcaster Mage in Charlie's hand. His hand is just pure gas.
Looks like Jace, Snapcaster. I think 2 Snapcasters, perhaps.
That might be 2 Snapcasters. That's what
in the middle.
Like.
And that last card on the left
is a Cryptic.
Hard
I think.
To see. Cryptic.
Yeah, it looks like a Cryptic. It has like the telltale blue, the glow. So the front, it's a Cryptic.
A little ways off from that. Just needs another blue source.
Another blue source, yeah.
So we know Matt Woodle's got the Master of Ethereum at the very least. He could just go for an equip with the Ghostfire Blade. That would represent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the creature. So he could put his opponent to 1 here if he has nothing. We know he's got Snapcaster Mage to kind of break up something along this.
Yeah, some kind of like big play, right?
Yeah.
Wow, a second Ghostfire Blade is actually a big game.
It represents lethal here. So
yeah.
Well.
So the first one.
He's got to do it one at a time.
Yeah,
he's getting a little ahead of himself here. Target. So he's equipping the Ornithopter here. Let's see if Charlie has anything to say about that.
It's smart actually to put it on the Ornithopter first.
Well,
I mean, actually, either way.
They both died of bolts.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty similar. Looks like he's going to go ahead and fire off the Snapcaster and bolts the Ornithopter in response. I don't like it. I think, well, it's tough because clearly he's going to go for the win here.
Wait, what just happened?
I'm not sure what happened to the other mana he had.
Yeah. And a no attack either.
Yeah, I feel like that Ghostfire Blade should be on the Vault Scourge and Charlie should be at 3 less life and Matt should be at 3 more life.
Yeah, definitely. That is certainly a concern. Like Matt Woodle can't take this.
No, this is an attack for 9. He's at 10.
There's no way.
He's gonna go ahead and chump. Yeah, he would have lethal. He would have lethal this turn if the Vault Scourge hit last turn. And not only would he have lethal, he would have 2 lethal attackers. He would have the Vault Scourge and then the Ink Moth, the Blink Moth Nexus with a Ghostfire Blade.
It's true.
So I think Matt Woodle, if he had equipped an attack last turn, would be in pretty good shape to win this game. But as is, it's going to be tough.
Looks a little harder, yeah, definitely. Just looking at Charlie's hand, like, he doesn't need to do anything. I think passes,
Pass with Snapcaster up.
Exactly, it's like the best play. I mean, those 2 lightning bolts did so much work. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but as I said,
lightning bolt is an impressive magic card.
Matt Woodle would have overcome this. I think he would have won the game if he had that hit in last turn.
Yeah, like the strategic choice of when to use. Is that a encroaching waste?
Is it?
Yeah.
Does he have one in his list? Oh, I've got his list. Let's take a look.
Encroaching waste. But the strategic choice to use welding jar is kind of interesting. Like, he had a lot of spots to fight with that card, right? Like, and he could have just made one of his flyers monstrous.
Yeah.
But he just let it happen. And here we're. See, so here's another mistake. So he's going to equip the first Ghostfire Blade. I think Charlie's going to let it go.
Oh, I see the problem. Ghostfire Blade costs 3 to equip to Vault Scourge.
Oh, it's black.
Yeah, it's not a colorless creature.
It's not devoid.
That is the entire
problem.
reasoning. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fair
and
enough.
Looks like that's going to be the game. All right,
so we got Charlie winning game 1 off of a technicality, basically.